Hey everybody, it's Victoria Marie back with another scrapbook process video. This time I'm doing a simple grid design. I am doing a layout of my 6-year anniversary. My husband and I decided to be lazy bums this year. And there I'm showing you some of the gifts he got. I love coloring books, and he got me this coloring book called Unicorns Are Jerks. And then of course the other one was 1990s coloring book. And that is the paper that he wrapped it in. His nickname for me is Sausage Biscuit. It's a long story, but it came from when we were dating and we decided not to have names for each other. And then we were joking around one night and he calls me his little sausage biscuit. That was horrible. That was completely horrible. So anyway, he decided to print a bunch of that paper and wrap my gifts in it. And I did get crayons and I bought myself markers because I really, really love to color. So here I'm showing you some of the elements for the page. And if you go to my blog, I have a post about, or I will have a post about doing simple grid designs, because sometimes I hope you're able to see those cards because I'm showing you different cards and papers and the thickers. Sometimes I'm just not that inspired or creative to do anything complicated, and so this is sort of my go-to layout design. So I'm using the Scraptastic Kit Club. Those are the last few bits of pieces of paper that I have for the kit. Well, I was kind of coming down to the bit pieces when I was recording this, so I was showing you some of those elements. And now I'm getting ready to trim my photo down. Those cards are from a kit called This Life Noted. I think I've mentioned that before in other process videos, but that's Scraptastic Kit Club's version of pocketed scrapbooking, or at least materials for pocketed scrapbooking. And I printed those photos on an app on my phone. I have one of those small photo printers. I'm looking at it right now. I can't even tell you what it's called. I have a selfie, and so I use the selfie iPhoto app to trim my photos and make those 4x3, and that's kind of become my preferred size to scrapbook in. So here I am going to fiddle with this arrangement. I'm thinking I'm going to maybe put it at the bottom, and see I'm tapping my fingers, so that means I'm really thinking hard there what I'm going to do. And then I'm trying to decide, do I really want to be that linear? So I pull out the cards, I'm trying to decide what photos are going to stay, what are going to go. I'm okay with taking things off the page, photos that I'm not going to use. I do use a lot of times process of elimination and deciding what elements I'm going to keep on the page. And so I'm picking from these different cards, and then I decide maybe I'm going to back this layout on a pattern piece of paper, which I really like that pattern piece of paper. It has arrows in gray, yellow, sort of a turquoisey color, and orange, and then I try to rearrange the photos and things on top of it, and then it just doesn't look good to me. So I'm going to eventually abandon that after trying. I was thinking maybe I'll try something new in this really linear layout. I don't know why the video is sticking like that. That's kind of weird. So here I am, I'm thinking. I probably should have edited my thinking part out. Can you smell the wheels a burning in my head? Okay, so I'm going to rearrange these. And that red card that says yes is so pretty, but it's ultimately not going to make it on the layout. I'm actually going to put it on a different project. So I'm arranging these. And I think before that, or maybe it's coming up, I can't remember, I had it in kind of alternating the pictures, one row up, or one column up, one column down, and I didn't like it. I just really prefer that clean linear look that you see there. The benefit of doing this type of layout is it doesn't require a lot of brain power, and you can focus more of your efforts on embellishing, using up some of your smaller embellishments in those cards. Now I put some washi tape to add some interest, and it's a turquoise and white striped washi tape that I got from Two Peas in a Bucket before they closed. And then I decided I'm going to use a Heidi Swapp mask. And I'm going to get out my ink dauber, and I'm also going to get out my Color Box White Pigment ink. And I'm going to take that ink, and I'm going to go ahead and put that over the mask and different areas on that layout. I was trying to be random. Sometimes being random works and sometimes it doesn't. But in this case it actually worked. I really liked the way that it came out. It was rolled nice and subtle. And there you go. What I would recommend is that you wait for this to set just a little bit, because sometimes the ink, particularly on textured cardstock, and that's what that base is an orange textured cardstock that came with the Scraptastic kit, that ink will sit on top of the page. It won't absorb right away, so you might want to wait. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere all these cards and photos. And that card that I'm pasting there, it says life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. And then the one with the forks and knives says, oh, yum, because the picture next to it, we went and had wings at a local wing place, wing restaurant, because we're just so romantic. So I get out Potty People. I bought a slew of Potty People when they were uber popular last year because they were sold out. So I just decided to buy a whole bunch. And so I use them a lot. And so I put a man and woman potty person on there with a little wood veneer heart. They're all wood veneers, obviously. Then I'm thinking I need a phrase. I love that together, but it ultimately doesn't go on the layout. And I have an arrow there at the bottom on that September card pointing to the day of our anniversary, which is the 20th of September. That's going to be replaced with a heart. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video was resurrected because I thought I lost it when I was having all my technical difficulties. And it was replaced with a wood veneer heart that I inked with red pigment ink, crema ink. And so you don't actually see that on the video. That part of the video got erased or wasn't able to upload. So I'm looking through all of my die cuts and that come with the kit, and I think this month we got a set of, or last month rather, we got a set of die cuts that came with the This Life Noted kit, and then as well as the Scrapbook kit. And they do these custom die cuts, and that die cut that I'm shopping around or moving around the page, I always want to use those, and I'm never able to use them successfully. I have no clue why. And then I take that card, and I think I'm going to layer the back of that photo on my side against that. I'm going to do something else. What you won't see is I'm going to take a tab punch. I'm going to cut a tab out of that and put that on top of the video. And so there's that flare that has been appearing in a lot of my videos. I think that flare actually goes on another layout. It didn't go on this one. And I'm trying to find some different elements to layer. And then there's that little doggy that came with it. And I've been wanting to use those doggies, but oh my goodness, I'm totally not an animal person, so I don't know. Maybe I need to ship it off to someone who is an animal person. I need to eventually use those little puppies. And so I'm continuing to lay down elements, and I decide to go on that banner, and it says happy. And what I do is I take one of my journaling pens, and happy is etched into that wood veneer banner there at the top. And then I go ahead and just fill that etched letters in. So now, of course, I'm dumping out all of my elements because I'm thinking there's got to be something in here that I can use. Flowers are another element that I rarely use on my page. Just not a flower person. I move that camera around. I'm going to move this little frame around. And this, I don't even know why I do this. This is not going to fit anywhere nicely on any part of this layout. So I abandon that. Then I bring the ampersand in, and I'm like, where's that going to go? Who knows? This is a perfect example of me doing a layout where I'm not all that inspired, but I'm okay with keeping it simple. And I do recommend that you have a bit of simple pages in your books. Nothing has to be all out decorative. You don't have to use every single last element or tool or spritz or spray or die cut in your stash. Sometimes less is more, and that's okay. So now I'm going to go with I can't talk. Trying to figure out my title. It's going to say year 6. And then I wanted to put it at the top, and then it wasn't looking good. So I go ahead and put it at the bottom. And those letters are, I believe, Jenny Bolin alpha beans. I may be wrong about that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up my little wood veneer die cut mess and put it back in my little bucket. I love that little bucket. Did I mention I got that at Target? Gotta love me some Target. Alrighty, and so I'm going to commit. That is a wood veneer circle that says yay. Wow, you probably hear my husband in the background laughing. It's story time in my house right now, so things get crazy. All right, so and then that's it. That's where it cuts off. So here's some pictures. I kept the elements light, changed some things. There's that little red heart that I was talking about in the Potty People. And I changed that wood veneer out for a little sparkle heart. And it turned out just great. Check out my blog for more information, and thanks for watching.